Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting Minecraft discussion. My name is Kimberly Quinn, and I am elated to have a talk with you today. Wow, it's just so crazy this January. About being a limitless person this year. This is your year. The time is now. If not now, when? Okay, so we're going to talk about what it's like to be limitless. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to just make a smaller change at work and switch departments. Maybe you're in college and you've been in that major for 2 years and that sucks, but you don't like it, so you got to get out. Change is change. Maybe it's a change in relationship. Who knows? But the limitlessness thing, the get blown through that glass ceiling, we're going to talk about that. So, and I actually wrote a Psychology Today article on this a while ago, and it did really well. I was thrilled that people liked it. It must have tapped into something because it got a lot of views, and that made me really happy, like really excited about that. And so I wanted to just bring it back because we started a brand new year. We've also just, just now a little over a year or so, kind of sort of come out of a pandemic, which lasted kind of sort of 2 years, and it's just been a lot. And so now is the time to just refresh, hit the refresh button, rejuvenate, and come into your own. This is the time. As far as we know, it's not a dress rehearsal. This is the big game right here. So so to start off, to be a limitless person means to be someone without end, limit, or boundary. I actually got that from the Oxford Languages Dictionary. So in a sense, it's realizing and embracing our own inner superhero. That's what we're talking about. And we all have one for sure. So, kind of like though, rather than flying at high altitudes or leaping over tall buildings in a single bound, the limitless people they are able to create the life they want to live. And this is, of course, what Minecraft is all about, becoming the boss of your brain, creating the life we want to live. And I think a lot of people don't really buy into, which is unfortunate, the fact that, there's a blank canvas here and we can paint our lives however we want. Obviously, life happens and all that, but we have a whole lot to say about it by controlling our thinking. So we're going to get into that. So no limits means just that, no limits. And so what we're talking about, there is no glass ceiling. It's a term we hear about a lot, right? And for limitless people, there isn't one. It doesn't exist. And even if there were one, they would bust through it and it makes me think of if you've seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, that at the end there when Charlie, he gets the golden ticket and then Wonka he gives him the whole thing and he the rocket ship blows through the glass and it goes everywhere. That's what I picture. Even if there is a glass ceiling, the limitless people blow right through it. So, and we've all seen these people out there, right? It's just it seems that they not only do they have it all, but it seems to come easily as well. It's kind of they walk into the room, they got some charisma going on. They don't even have to open their mouths, right? They just have charisma going on because it's their energy, it's their limitless energy that they're putting out there. So when a limitless person walks into a room, it's kind of like they own it. Again, they don't even have to talk. And they're not cocky, actually, because they're authentic. They're not arrogant. Arrogant is inauthentic. Arrogance of the ego. It's not, they have an authentic confidence, which rises far above any kind of egoic arrogance and dysfunctional egoic thinking, because they really got it going on for real. So this is because they reside in a place of authentic power. I get a couple notes here. They reside in a place of authentic power. They know their own worth. This is so key. Limitless people know their own worth. They can set boundaries politely, respectfully. Since they respect themselves, they respect other people. And they got it going on. I don't know how else to say it. They're able to set clear boundaries, subtly and respectfully. The personalities of limitless people are in alignment. And I really like that word a lot. They're in alignment with their signature strengths. So if you don't know what those are, we all have them. And there are all kinds of different inventories out there you can take. Personally, I prefer Strength Scope, but that one, it costs a little bit of money. Not a lot, but it's out of the UK. It comes up with a color wheel, and it talks about what excites you versus what drains you. So it's not like you're good at this, this, and that, and you suck at this. There's no sucking in it. It's just like like for me, let's say I have no trouble sharing my own self. I remember optimism, enthusiasm, like two of my top ones, and it's all beautiful colors, purples and pinks and greens and everything, and reds and yellows. And then drainers for me are details. I'm just not a detail person. So when you know that about yourself, it doesn't mean you suck at it. It means you don't enjoy it, and it might take you more time because you don't enjoy it. So it's good to know these, because if let's say you're on a team at work or school or whatever, and you got the big sky person like me with the big ideas and the creativity going on, and then you've got those wonderful people we all need to have as friends who are great with numbers and organizing and Excel sheets, which not fun for me. So if you know who has what strengths, you can, kind of delegate accordingly, and then it gels beautifully, and it's just like this harmonious, team of different strengths. So it's really important to know that. And so they're aware, also limitless people are aware of their own authentic purpose, that one thing that we are meant to do on this earth. You know it from the inside out. And it's, by how you feel. It just feels right. Limitless people listen to and follow their inner voice. They are not afraid to take risks. Limitless people know how to listen for, like Oprah's, my dear friend Oprah. She doesn't know we're such great friends, but I just adore her. Listen to the whisper. She talks about it all the time, your inner compass. And my good friend Tom, who did his dissertation on synchronicity, talks about the green lights. So does Matt McConaughey. Apparently he's got a brand new book out about the same thing. So watching for those green lights, limitless people are good at that. It can be so subtle, and they're like, oh, I'm meant to go this way. I meant to call that person. I meant to stop and have lunch with that person. And then they're also really good at seeing the red lights. Not meant for me. I get this big brick wall feeling coming from there. No. And so they listen, watch, and follow the direction they're supposed to go in. Limitless people do not question their value. That's so important. Limitless people do not question their value, and are thereby able to be receptive to everything the universe has to offer, because they know they deserve it. So many times people will ask for this and ask for that, and I want a new job, new partner, new traveling, square footage, golden retriever. I want all that, but they don't give themselves permission internally to have good things and have abundance, because they don't, underneath it all, they don't feel they deserve it. They don't know their own value. And so guess what's not coming to you? I mean, think about it. And also the being grateful things. The universe is not going to send you more if you're not grateful for what you already have. So knowing your own value and being grateful are huge. So here's the thing. There's no limitless lottery where someone draws that lucky limitless ticket, right, and lives happily ever after. It's a mindset that we can all develop. We can, with commitment and practice. And so, like anything else, when we practice something, we inevitably get good at it, right? So I'm a huge fan of skills for that reason, and talents are good too. We don't want to toss those out. The combination, unstoppable, right? I like that mindset creating and designing is a skill, because somebody can work into becoming a limitless person by choosing it, becoming aware of what it is, and also emulating people who are already further down the path with the limitless thing. Okay, so here's what limitless people know. Limitless people know that our thoughts create our reality. Hands down, that is 100% the truth. Thoughts come first and feelings second. Therefore, changing how we think changes how we feel. And so gatekeeping our thoughts, allowing what comes in and keeping what we want, allowing what comes in that we want to keep, keeping it in, and kicking out what we don't want, huge. Because when we change how we think, we change our lives, literally. We create the script from here. I like that limitless people know that life happens for us and not to us. Like, they're not like the oh my god, or saying, oh my god, I can't believe this happened to me. Even if it's something really bad and it sucks, okay? They don't think of it that way. They're not saying that they don't care. Of course they care. I'm not saying it doesn't suck, because it does. They also get there's a reason for everything to happen. Life unfolds, we unfold, and it unfolds for us, not to us, because there's growth in all of it. It's a tough sell when you're in the mud. When you look back and connect the dots, It was all meant to happen the way it was meant to happen, and limitless people know that. They look at each curveball that life throws as an opportunity for growth and a blessing. They also know that no one can hurt your feelings. And they're saying, well, yes, they can. My feelings are hurt by, but I talk a lot about Wayne Dyer because he's one of the great thinkers I listen to. And he explains that limitless people are aware that our feelings come from our own thoughts and not what other people say or do. You got that? Feelings come from our own thoughts because thoughts kick out the feelings, right? Lead to the and they're not coming from somebody else. That's just how it is. Limitless people also know that operating from a place of lack only attracts more lack. So this is called deficit motivation. You're motivated from not having enough, okay? And is not a place limitless people operate from. It just isn't. Doing so keeps people in a perpetual place of striving for more and never being content with what is. Okay, good. So the limitless people do not operate from a place of lack. It only attracts more. The key to happiness is number 5. The key to happiness is residing in a place of gratitude every day. Limitless people know that happiness has little to do with our circumstances. It's so little. It's Sean Aker talks about this in the Happiness Advantage. I want to say it's like less than 20%. I think it was way less than that. That actually has to do with life circumstances, which means 80, let's say 85, roughly. I'm not looking at it. So 85% we have control over at least. That's research based. So so we're talking about it's a mindset of appreciation for every gift we've been given and everything that is going well. Limitless people always have enough. And this is why the universe keeps throwing more at them. It's just how it works. Number 6, we must get rid of the junk. When we are filled up with old narratives, okay, our old stories that involve negative emotions like guilt and shame and blame, and like the guilt, shame, blame game and jealousy and envy and all that stuff, there's no room for the authentic self to expand. The authentic self loves to expand limitlessly. Those negative emotions just shrink the wrapper. That's just how it is. Think of it as a memory, like memory space in a computer, right? Like a computer's hard drive. And when the space is full of old files or programs, what happens? It starts to little circle spins around like slow. It personally drives me nuts because I have a fast mind speed. Slow. So it clogs up, just like a computer gets clogged up, so does our mind. And limitless people know that they must keep on top of clearing out their brain attic and let go of the junk, let go of the resentment and the this and the old story and the old narrative and just it's over already. Let it go. Open up that space, because in all that free space is then there to fulfill your destiny, to fulfill your authentic purpose and experience joy, because it's all open and available. You are open and available. Limitless people know that. 7, they know that we're always single, even if we're married. People often raise an eyebrow to me with this one. And I'm happily married for 30-something years to my soulmate. I absolutely love Tommy. But here's the thing. Relationships and the people in them are complex and complicated. When two people come together, they come together as two whole and complete individuals rather than two half people completing each other. Like you see that, oh, you complete me. No, that's not authentic. That's codependent. Or like the little necklaces that like 5th grade girls wear with the like half heart, and then the other bestie has a half heart, which is very cute. But in a long-term relationship between two people, it's a dance, hopefully, of two whole and complete people. Not saying perfect, no one is, but mutually dependent, not codependent. Limitless people get that. Two, single, complex people, married or in a long-term relationship, sharing their happiness together, being excited for each other, lifting each other up in every way, being excited for all the successes, telling the truth no matter what, all that good stuff. But they're both whole and complete. Number 8 is that failure does not exist. We are simply people. Wayne Dyer talks a lot about this. We're simply people producing results that point us in a certain direction. When you look at it that way, we're producing results. Sometimes it works for us, sometimes it doesn't. And we kind of move around, making decisions to move a different direction according, or stick with the same one if it's working, which really wipes out the whole, all the whole fear of failure thing, because it doesn't exist. You can't be afraid of it. Makes sense. Limitless people also know that what we resist will persist. And Carl Jung said that, the famous Carl Jung. Limitless people do not fight the universe. When they come up against that brick wall, that red light, they head for the green. They just, okay, we're not saying just to surrender or not try. It's not the same thing. It's when we're really working at something in a relationship or a job, or we keep hitting just signs all over the place. It's not meant to happen. They listen. That's the difference. They don't waste their life minutes on stuff that's not supposed to happen. And they run towards the green lights that are supposed to happen. And 10, it is our number one job to keep ourselves filled up. Limitless people know this. We've talked about this a lot with what Oprah says. Oh, I have a cup right here. Didn't even plan it. This is one of my Santa cups. Whatever's in the cup is for you, us, okay? Whatever overflows is for other people. The limitless person knows, and this is the opposite of codependency, right? The people-pleasing thing, they don't do that. They know they have to keep their cup filled up if they're going to be good for themselves and everybody else. So they take good care of themselves. And then they also know, limitless people also know that we must believe it to see it, which is the opposite of what a lot of people think. Limitless people visualize how they feel when their heart's desire happens and manifests. They picture it, they envision it, so it's not a surprise. They're very grateful when it happens, but they're not shocked because they believe that self-value thing. They believe they deserve it, they know it's coming, and they envision how they feel when they actually land the job, land the promotion, land the partner, land the trip to wherever, whatever. They just picture it because they've got such solid self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth going on. So that's how that works. That's also Wayne Dyer. And then lastly, number 12, a calm mind is a powerful mind. Limitless people are present in the moment and actively engaged in life. They are not sitting on the bench watching the game. Limitless people right in there engaged with their life. That means that they're bringing success to every single thing they do in that day, each day, the best they can. They're bringing success to washing the dishes. They're bringing success to walking the dog in the woods. They're bringing success to the conversations. They're bringing success to somebody who needs something, giving them their full undivided attention because that person's upset right now. And they're being kind. They're bringing success to having lunch slowly and enjoying it and savoring it. So a calm mind is a powerful mind. They're in the moment and actively engaged with their lives. Okay, and then lastly, limitless people know who they are and where they fit in the grand scheme of things. Okay, learn to be limitless. This is your year. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from Northern Vermont in my kitchen. Have a mindful, limitless day.